What the hell is an optical switch? Why should I care? And can I have sex with it? I mean, can I play Osu with it? That's what I meant to ask there. You guys have been terrorizing me on all of my social media, whether it's my Twitter DMs or my Discord server as well as my Twitch live streams in chat, telling me about the good church of optical switches and how good they are compared to standard mechanical switches. But what exactly is an optical switch? Well, an optical switch is essentially just like a mechanical switch with the exception that it's activated by a laser. Now, if you are a complete idiot just like me, you are probably envisioning something straight out of a early 2000 sci-fi movie when there is lasers coming out of walls and stuff like that. And admittedly, it will be very cool to have that inside your keyboard, but unfortunately it's not that exciting. Optical switches are supposedly more responsive than mechanical switches, even though it's probably negligible for most people because we're talking in fractions of milliseconds. But if you are a rhythm gamer or Osu gamer, even that small tiny difference can actually be significant in a way. Another thing that optical switches are good for is lifespan, because they can handle more keystrokes, which once again probably isn't an issue for most people, but if you are an Osu gamer mashing your keys every single day, it's probably a good idea to get a good switch that's gonna last a very long time. So today we are finally gonna figure out whether optical switches are really as good as people say, or if it's an overreaction, or a meme, or anything. We'll just figure this out today. I've been looking for a keyboard with optical switches for quite some time, and I found some interesting keyboards on banggood.com. So after I reached out to them, they decided to collaborate with me today. So I'd like to thank banggood.com for sponsoring this video and sending me the keyboard I'm about to review today. This keyboard is a bit different than many of the other keyboards I reviewed on this channel, because normally I review keyboards that are known to be very high quality, not exactly low entry, so to speak, while the keyboard I'm gonna be reviewing today is actually very cheap, and it's also a 60% keyboard, meaning it's smaller than a tankless keyboard, so it's not gonna take a lot of space on your desk. Ranging from $50 to $60, the Gamakay MK61 actually comes with a lot of different features. First of all, we of course have some hot swappable optical switches, which are not knockoff switches or anything, they are actually from Gateron, which is great. We have some full RGB LEDs, and we even have double shot PBT padding keycaps, which I also reviewed on this channel before, and as you guys know, I absolutely love them. So plenty of stuff considering it's extremely cheap, and of course I'm very curious to try the optical switches, so let's get into it. Or actually, before we really get into it, I'd like to remind you all to like this video, subscribe if you're new. We recently managed to reach 30k subs, which is great, so now it's only natural we shoot for the big number, my goal for 2021, 50,000 subscribers. I believe it's quite doable, we all know it is, so let's just go for it, shall we? As a side note, I also rebooted my Discord server completely, so if you wanna join and have some fun with us, you are absolutely free to do so. It definitely looks a lot better, and there are also many things to do, such as rolling waifus with that bot that basically ruins friendships. In case you're curious, I'm also gonna be announcing the winner of my keyboard giveaway at the end of this video, so make sure to stick around for that. And now, let's finally get to the unboxing. And there it is, that's the box right there. As you can see on the side here, I chose Gateron yellow optical switches, which I tried before on a keypad and really enjoyed. Inside the box we of course have the keyboard itself. I picked the white variant, but there is a black version as well. Taking the keyboard out, I gotta say it's extremely light, probably the lightest keyboard I've had thus far. That's good, cause that means you can carry it easily, and given its size it will probably fit in a bag quite nicely. In the back of the keyboard we have no flip-up feet, only 4 standard rubber feet. We also have some paperwork explaining some of the shortcuts, cause again, this is a 60% keyboard, so many keys are not gonna be there. Very long and nice looking USB Type-C cable, keycap puller, and a small plastic bag containing the switch puller, since this board is hot swappable. We also have 2 extra switches. I didn't really know what those switches were for initially, but then I found out people like to have an extra loud or clicky escape key. So you know what? I'm hopping on the trend, let's do it. As you can see, the switch puller works just fine, and the good thing about optical switches is there is no pins coming out of the switch, which means it's basically impossible to bend them or mess up while swapping, which is extremely convenient. It's worth mentioning though, for this particular board it's solely compatible with optical switches, so standard mechanical ones won't work. Let's plug this bad boy in and see what it's all about. Given the RGB and included padding keycaps, colors are a big selling point on this keyboard, and I gotta say, oh god, oh my, this is gonna be messy. Don't worry everyone, this is not how the keyboard looks like. My webcam is just not the highest quality, so we have a lot of flickering issues. In reality, the LEDs look very nice, bright and smooth. In fact, if I turn off the lights, you can see it's a camera issue and it looks a lot better now. There is a lot of different modes here where you can change colors and animations with given presets, but if you want to further personalize your LED profile, you can always use the software that's provided in the product's description. Now let's go for a typing test. Optical switches. Are they good for typing? Well, surprisingly, yeah. I actually really enjoy them. The reason I picked yellow switches specifically is, to me they are kinda in between two of my favorite switches, linear reds and blacks. They're not super heavy but not super light either, just the right weight for me, and it definitely feels super comfortable to type on. Do I think there's a massive difference between these and standard mechanical switches? Not necessarily, but let's compare them when it comes to gameplay. Well, unfortunately, I was very disappointed. As I mentioned earlier, this is a low entry keyboard. It's not meant for the experienced users, but rather for people who may be looking to upgrade from a rubber dome keyboard without spending too much money right off the bat. Being used to high-end keyboards, playing with this one I can definitely feel some kind of delay going on. I don't think this keyboard has 1000 Hz polling rate, which makes it very hard for me to keep good accuracy. It's not the switch's fault though, it's definitely the keyboard. There's also this very strange dynamic going on where sometimes it feels like it doesn't pick up my inputs properly for very short keystrokes, patterns like triples or streams. I don't know what it is, but my accuracy just goes down dramatically. It could be possible that this keyboard is more optimized towards typing rather than fast-paced gaming, but honestly I have no idea, I couldn't tell you. As for optical switches, I definitely see some potential here, but I believe I should try them on an higher end keyboard to really feel how tangible the difference is between optical and mechanical switches. Do I recommend this keyboard? Well, if you wanna upgrade from a rubber dome keyboard and get your first mechanical keyboard without spending too much money, you get nice keycaps, great looking colors and a ton of personalization available, especially given it's hot swappable. If you are an experienced user who has tested higher end keyboards before, I suggest you look into other alternatives out there. Regardless of your keyboard knowledge, what you should be definitely looking at is banggood.com, thanks to them once again for sending this keyboard my way. If you're interested in buying this particular keyboard or checking more tech stuff at a convenient price, I will leave some links down there in the description. Now that the review is finished, it's time for me to announce the keyboard giveaway winner. Hello, here we are. Here in my gleam.io dashboard we can see my giveaway. It has officially ended. It's a giveaway for a Varmilo VA87 Sakura Pink mechanical keyboard. Grand total of over 10,000 entries and over 2,000 people joining in. Thank you guys so much for being part of this giveaway, by the way. It was super fun. So now let's go to the winners tab. As we can see, we got one winner unpicked, meaning that I still didn't draw the winner. So let's click on this. One winners unpicked from 2,318 potential users. So let's find out who's the lucky winner. Oh my god, we even got the suspense going. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to censor that because it's actually showing location and email and all of that, but Nate's a noob. Let me check your Twitter real quick. Well, will you look at that? I play video game and get mad at stupid people. Very relatable. Small time speedrunner, big time Osu gamer. Well, you're about to be an even bigger time Osu gamer with this keyboard, sir. You might know me as Nate's Best or Death Grips. The real Death Grips? No way. Very well indeed, it seems like I even have mutual with this man. I think he's a viewer of mine on my Twitch, which is very nice, and the reason he has mutual is not because he's a sick player, but because he probably won it in a giveaway of some sort. Well, either way, enjoy your keyboard, man. Very happy, very nice profile picture by the way, very wholesome for the entire family. Let's do a profile review, shall we? Oh my goodness. Oh, a Nomad Gamer? My keyboard is in good hands, everyone. Well, that's gonna be it, everyone. It was very fun to host this giveaway and I will probably do more in the future. If you would like to support me and allow me to do more giveaways, you can always either subscribe to my Twitch channel or become a YouTube member and receive various cool perks. Speaking of which, I'd like to thank my YouTube members, Darkrix and FRZ. I will see you all on Twitch and in my next video. Have a good one, guys.